morning. Oh, I can't even look at the Yemeni yellow this early in the morning. Oh, God, no. I'm just waiting to see when this announcement happens by the United States about the sanctions. And Iran's already preparing. There's Press TV says U.S. is repeating its failed strategy of strange sanctions and threats against Iran, but mounting pressure has only pushed the country toward greater self-reliance. That looks like the same woman that ran for shelter when Iran was getting hit in the 12-day. So that should be interesting to see what they release as far as the sanctions. There's nothing really new. I guess we have to wait. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Truth Social. This is all oldie news. Nothing catching my eye on Telegram. Keep an eye on the Russia-Poland thing. That whole thing that's going on over there. We were talking about that. All right. At 8:41 this morning, Iran is completely collapsing. President DJT. Oh, God. What is all this? Okay, that's it. Nothing on Telegram. I'm going to Truth Social quick. Canada. Nothing yet, really. 52 minutes ago about Canada. Canada has been ripping off the United States of America for years. Their ridiculously high tariffs on our farmers and farm products have made life impossible for these great American patriots, who has long created a $60 billion deficit between our two countries. Not sustainable, and not anymore. On January 1st, 2027, tariffs on all cars, trucks, both large and small, automotive parts and steel will be increased to 50%. Built in the U.S. and there are zero tariffs. Canada will be treated like a state no longer. On trade and in other ways also, they are among the worst nations in the world to deal with. They feel entitled, and yet we don't need Canada, and they need us. They do 95% of their business with the U.S., with us, the exact opposite. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. That's the last post he put. So everybody's waiting to see this official announcement today of Economic D-Day, and how the Chinese won't be part of it, Russia won't be part of it, you know, who God only knows what other countries are going to say, okay, we're in. We'll see. Despite the fact that it is being pressured already tremendously. But we shall see. Oh my God, a staff meeting. Oh my God, at 12 o'clock. I'm not going to be on for long. So I'll keep an eye on True Social. I'm going to leave it over here. So happy Monday. Oh my gosh, it's Monday already. Let me see what's going on in chat this morning. Let me bring this over here. I got so much stuff. One more. And this is the last pop out. Okay, well, who's in here now this early? Isaac, Josh, Sean, Bongwater, CB. Um, yeah. Okay. There is something I've been working on all weekend. And it's done. I just got to pick up the adapter tomorrow to connect it. Good morning, James. Hold on. I've got to figure out which screen I'm going to put this on. The Enterprise E is done. The Enterprise E is done. That's nice. That is nice. So that was Saturday. This was yesterday all day. The fucking decals. Oh my god. Oh. The decals are the nightmare. They are the nightmare. That's the I'm telling you, if you don't know how to put decals on, you in trouble. Because you get one chance, really. Look at that. That's a lot of decals. That's a lot. I know there's some Trekkies in here. I would think. That's from the front view. It's done. There you go. So that was the weekend. I can't believe I finished this model that quick. And the lighting was a nightmare. Oh my God, was the lighting a nightmare for that model. What? I'm waiting on FedEx. Gotta pass the time. You're working on the next Star Wars movie? Details on could be Enterprise DV Voyagers. Well, Voyager's up there. It's right there. Well, you can't see it. Voyager's up there. They're all up there. That's Voyager right there in the bottom. You can't see it. You can see the blue light right there. The model's going over here. That's that empty spot, the one I just built. Matter of fact, let me get it, put it up there for now. Can't stay on the table. Let's get it out of here. I got the wire all ready. Oh God. So here it is. I gotta be, they're fragile. But there's the Enterprise. And it lights up as you see it. Isn't that nice? See? Now watch me drop it right as I put it up on that shelf. Oh God. This is a disaster waiting to happen. I'm gonna have to pull all this out and get a ladder. Oh shit, it's not gonna fit. Oh. Oh. Oh, we gotta watch out with the Enterprise. We're leaving it right there for now. That's the missing spot. Woo! You could see it now. It's not lit up, but you could see it right there. Nice, right? All the shells will fail or fall. Oh my God, if that happened, oh my God, I would freak out. If that were just all collapse, I'd cry. I'm not even joking. I'd probably cry. Do you know how much work is up there? That was an easy model because it's small, but the wiring was a disaster. Because in the wing part that goes to the engines, to the hull, there's no space. There's nothing inside. There's no space. I had to find very thin wire and press it together, and then I had to caulk it. I I had to caulk the model because it left the space on the arms that go to the engine. So I put caulk to cover the cracks that it left exposed because it wouldn't close all the way. It wouldn't snap together, in other words, with the wires inside. So I had to come up with an idea. But it worked. So now, I don't know I'm not going to build next, but that's full. That's complete. That's done. There's nothing else. I got an X-Wing back there that you can't even see. You kind of could see it. It's behind the Star Destroyer. That shit is overloaded over there with the models. Overloaded. But at least I'm done. I'm good. So that was what I was doing this weekend. The race was awesome. I was watching the race while building the model, finishing it. I enjoyed that race. I hope they have another one next year. I thought that was so cool. And I didn't know any racers, but I picked Kyle Kirkwood the other night at the list. And who wins? Kyle Kirkwood. I was like, oh shit. What luck. I picked the winner. That was pretty cool. So I thought it was awesome. I don't know if anybody else here watched it or tuned into it. I thought it was great. I think we should do more of that. That's just me though. Anyway, let's check out the weather. I gotta get my coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. Alexa, dim living room light.
Got it.
You better have it. First, I want to check out the Atlantic and the Pacific. This has been such a wild El Nino-ish year because we've had nothing going on here. Nothing. That is unbelievable that we have not had a major storm in the Gulf, and I'm talking a cat, not tropical storm, because we've had a couple of those. Nothing in the Carolinas, nothing in Florida, nothing. This has been, to memory, the quietest Atlantic hurricane season that I could remember in like a long time. I don't remember it being this quiet. Pacific's been busy. That's different. China's got, or Taiwan maybe? Nope, it's going to China now. Ooh, close call. Uh-oh, we gotta watch this disturbance. Let me see. Oh, yep, China. It's getting that. Uh-oh. What is that? I gotta look at the wind here. It looks like it might get, it's really low. See, when these are low, that concerns me. When they're up here, they curve, usually. Oh, it's time to go up. There it goes. Bye-bye. It made the turn. No threat. That's good news. Wow, into the height of the hurricane season, September 11th in the Atlantic, and there's nothing. Even though this one needs to be watched in 2 weeks, but that's 2 weeks. Shit, another one. Wow, Taiwan. This is 2 weeks away, not to be trusted. What's sad is it still stays dry. The pattern here. Oh, no way. All right, I'm live. Show it to me later. I'll be right back. Let me get coffee. She has to show me something. What is it, Mom? Live.
It takes a minute.
Oh, outside? What? coffee. It's getting cloudy. Wait, I'm in the kitchen. I'm making coffee. I need my coffee. I need my coffee. I'm making coffee. Cafe. Wow, the cream is almost gone. Jesus Christ. Did you call me? What happened? What? Uh-huh. We have them already. They're babies. They gotta grow. Those have been there for years. That's why they look so beautiful. We have to wait for the babies to grow. They're all over the driveway. I planted them last year, but they're babies. They're gonna take time to look like that. Just be careful with Tycho. He's right by the door, ready to go jumping out there. Actually, one of them gave flowers already in the front of the house in the driveway.
No.
Mm-hmm. The Rosa Sharons, they spread.
You mean the pink one there?
Uh-huh. That's Rosa Sharon.
And they are by the driveway? Like
Yeah,
that?
I planted them last year, and they survived. They're all alive, but they're small because I dug them out when they were spreading. So it takes time for them to grow up as large as the ones in the backyard that you're looking at. So you got to give it time. What's going on now? It's going to be a fish storm, yeah.
A what?
No, I'm talking to them live.
What happened?
Another record. I told you all up in about your heat for like 2 weeks. I told you that. But getting back into this, we could look at temperatures. It's not
Tycho there? Or what?
this. Oh my God, he's right. Tycho's right by the door. Be careful with him. Come in. Come in because I'm worried about him getting out.
Uh-oh. Wow, he's
All right, come in now. He's with me. Oh, I just took you out.
He's smart.
All right, close that good. You don't have to lock it. You don't have to lock it. You don't have to lock it because I'm going to the backyard later. You don't have to lock it.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that he pushed it.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll close this one.
I'll do it.
Why?
All right, go.
That's not
Go this way.
push it.
Go that way. Go to that way. I have to close the white door, Ma.
Yeah, let me go.
Yeah, go that way. See you later. There's coffee if you want it. You can make waffles. There's coffee, and you could make waffles in the toaster. Okay. That is resolved. Last thing I want to see is my dog running outside, and even though the property's all fenced in, but he'll go crazy. So yeah, you can see the heat still. Let's go to Tuesday. Oh my God. Wednesday. Slightly less, but still crazy hot, near 100. Oh, still. Oh my God. It's near 100 all week. Oh, it gets worse on the weekend. Holy, look at that heat pumping up. Jesus Christ, into Sunday. Wow. Monday, a week away. Uh-oh, we might have a break. We might get a push from the north. We'll see. Still, Tuesday next week. Oh, they go. Forget about that. It gets worse. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Jesus Christ. Wow. And there's the cool air coming down finally in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh my God. You're not going to get that break until 2 weeks from now. Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, maybe Arkansas too. As the cool air finally starts to be pushed down. Up here, it'll be fine. It's beautiful today. It's going to be 78 the high, but it's going to feel like 80 something. I'm going to try to go in the pool. So yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I haven't seen snow in my area since 2017. Snow in my area is rare. Well, Isaac, you might see snow down south this year because of the jet stream and El Nino. You might see some of that ice, snow down in Texas and other places. Don't be surprised this year, this winter. We'll see. Last year, only 1 day of 100. Wow. This has to be your hottest record, I would think, on the year in Oklahoma, near Oklahoma City. All up in there. That is crazy. Let me see. Alexa, is Oklahoma having their hottest year so far on record?
Yes, Oklahoma's 2026 is shaping up as the hottest year so far, with a record warm average of 61.1 degrees Fahrenheit through June and July's average near 84.1 degrees Fahrenheit, plus 22 days topping 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow. Wow. It's saying it's the hottest. Potentially, this will be on record as the hottest. I got my lasso around that cool air. Yeehaw. We are tired of it. I hear you. But, oh, there's something else weather. Thursday night, the eclipse. If it's clear here, I'm going to have a 96%. But the weather wasn't looking good a few days ago. And I will cover it because I've got the equipment to do it. If you're on the East Coast, especially to the Northeast, you want to see that. Oh God, it's not looking good. Mostly cloudy, mainly later. Any downpour. Okay, what about at night? Okay, so it says cloudy and humid at night. That could change because that's still a few days away. It's timing. Let me see what they're saying for Friday morning. That gives me a hint of the weather pattern. Thunderstorms possible, otherwise humid with clouds yielding to some sun. That's not looking good for the timing. We'll see. But if you're out and about and you're in a dark sky area, even if you're not in a dark sky area, you'll still see it. Oh God, she's not going to leave me alone this morning. What? You're welcome. So we'll see about the eclipse. Yeah, it's calling for a storm on Thursday. But that could break up and easily clear up, breaks. All we need is some breaks to see the moon. And I've got my telephoto lens, which I got to look for. And I will cover it. Because the full eclipse is shortly after midnight. But it starts earlier. Like, I don't know the exact time. That would be cool if we streamed that live. Abso-freaking-lutely. On the recent eclipse, I had clouds and still saw it. Well, hopefully we will. What's up, Chantal? I don't trust the weather until like the day before. I look at the satellite imagery. That gives me a good idea where the clouds are moving toward, how much of it, is there clear pockets behind it, the timing of when they move through. I don't, even though it's 3 days away, I am not taking too much into that. But we'll see, because the Perseid sucked for me. I'm praying that the Geminids in December, usually I have great success with the Geminids because it's low, it's winter here. Low humidity. It's not like you had like thunderstorms developing with all that humid bullshit heading this way. Not in the winter. The only thing that changes that is Alberta Clippers or a snowstorm or a rainstorm. But it's not like it lingers. It just moves through. I have better luck with Geminids, and that should be amazing this year too. Geminids is a great meteor shower. I think it's like December 13th or 14th. Alexa, when is the Geminids meteor shower?
The Geminid meteor shower peaks the night of December 13th minus 1426, running from December 4th to 20, with the best viewing after midnight under dark skies.
And will the moon be an issue this year? No. Don't answer that. Forget it. Go back to sleep. So we'll see. That's months away. That's winter. I'm not thinking about winter right now. You always have clouds on the Geminids? Yeah, I've never been able to say bummed out about it since the life change. I hear you though. You got to do what you got to do, Witch Moon. That's the way it is. So, hopefully. Anyway, I'm keeping an eye. I don't know when this is going to come out. But I got to keep an eye on Truth Social. So far, the last thing he did was Canada. So we have to see if he mentions about economic D-Day announcement, because it's supposed to happen today for Iran. The best I'll get is a few hour breaks if I'm lucky. You never know though. You never know. Hopefully it'll be all right. And like I said, I got to start digging for my equipment. My telephoto lens. So I could zoom into the moon. And then I have the focus on the camera that could enlarge it. The zoom. So we can make it nice and large. And I have a night pollution filter in the camera now. We're going to set it up now because I'm not doing no sky watch from now to then anyway. So we're going to set that sucker up right now. This way it's ready to go. Thursday. Oh my God. That's my other camera. I have two of them. 2 Sonys. This is the one I take out with me. We're not touching that. Where's my telephoto? Jesus Christ. It's freaking another Sony. Here's the other Sony with a wide field camera on it. See? It's another Sony. Alright, I gotta put this down. This is the telephoto. See, this is the telephoto lens. This is the one we need to put on. It doesn't have the cap. I'm gonna have to clean it. Okay, time out. There's a bunch of lenses in here and I opened it up upside down. Jesus Christ. I have a whole bunch of lenses. Okay, now. What the hell is all that noise? There's another Sony lens on this. This is nice. Nice setup. Okay. I need my cleaning kit. Okay, we don't need to use that swab. The cap just fell off, so it's not going to be bad. And the front cap is on, so I'm not too worried about the front right now. And you got to have this, because even if you wipe, there's always dust. People go, that's a stupid move. You don't do that. You don't blow on the camera to try to get rid of the dust on it. Nah, there's no reason to do it. I could. Alexa, what's the weather for tonight?
Tonight's looking pretty nice, Bill. Expect mainly clear skies with a low of 57 degrees. No rain in sight, so perfect for stargazing if you're into that.
It might be a good idea, actually, to do a test run. It actually might be a good idea. This is where things get tricky. So we got to take the heater band off. And we got to take off my beautiful lens very carefully. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Got it.
The cage is a pain in the ass too. Okay, there goes the lens. We'll get a cap in a second. So in the lens, in there, you can't see it. Across the sensor, there's a night filter in there. It lays right in on top of the sensor. You can't see it, but it's there. That is gold. I can't see the dots right now. There it goes. It's locked. So it's in. It's set up. See how quick? I'm going to leave the cap on. So this is a telephoto. We'll zoom right into the moon. And then I could use the zoom feature built in the camera too. So we should get a nice view of the moon. At least it's set up. Oh wait, it's not set up. We gotta put the heater band back. Now it's set up. I might do a test run tonight, depends how I feel. But it's ready. That's the main thing. And now I gotta find caps for this camera. This is a Rokinon. No, this is a Sony. Yeah, that's the wrong one. I can't see. I think this one's too small too. It is. I don't know what she's talking. Okay. Okay, that's in. We need a bottom cap. This one looks too big, but you never know. Oh shit, it's the right one. That's done. Lens is protected. Why isn't this closing? Something. Oh, this camera. There we go. Let me just pick this up. I gotta make sure this is sealed properly. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh! Now it's closed. Maybe I'll do that tonight. That's not a bad idea, Isaac. Not a bad idea at all. Do a test run. Alexa, shut light. It's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Hold on, let me brighten this up. Begins at 9:28. $10:33. I knew it was shortly after midnight. Totality is at 12:12 a.m. Ends at 3. Oh my god. I'm setting it up for Thursday night. But, like Isaac said, I may go out there tonight and set it up and do a test run. And work out all the little details, because then I'll have to worry about doing it on Thursday night out there in the dark. Tonight might be the night to test it if it's clear. It says it's going to be clear. Tonight might be then just a test run on the moon. That's it. I'm still keeping an eye on his Telegram for any update about Economic D-Day. Yeah, we just gotta wait to see what happens. Today's supposed to be nice. Exactly, dial it in for Thursday. Because there's so many filters and there's so many features on these Sony cameras. It's a lot. Because I can change so many things. The thing about this is the moon gives off a lot of light, obviously. So I'm going to have to adjust the aperture and ISO and all kinds of things so the moon looks crisp, clear, where we see the surface of the moon, you know, like the details, things like that. Otherwise, it's just going to look like one white blob of light. We want detail. That's why it's important to do a dry run, a test, like Isaac said. Are you just going to record it like with a telephoto, or are you just going to attach it to a telescope? Like, no. I'm going to stream it direct, live. Like I always do sky watches and all that. It's just going to stream live. Yeah, you're going to have yours attached to the telescope. I wonder if Mark is going to... No, it's not visible in the west like that. Oh, it's at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Faye? Okay. Good. Now I don't have to sit here and keep an eye. So Besson is supposed to announce it at 1? I got things to do later on. I won't be back till tonight. Matter of fact, I got to leave in like a half hour. Oh shit, let me put my cleaning stuff away. Okay, that's good. At least we're set up. That would be cool if it's clear or somewhat clear on Thursday night to Friday morning. See, Mark has his telescopes out west. It's not going to work. It's got to be here. East Coast. So, the further east, the better. Yeah, exactly, for maximum quality. I always see and record mine with the telescope camera. I have a giant telescope in the garage. It's just that it's too big and there's no way I'm going through that anymore. I might eventually sell it. It's huge. It's like a freaking cannon. And I've got all the eyepieces for it, everything. I don't know. I should have pictures with it from years ago. At least the camera is put together. That's good. I know. Mark does. He doesn't have it in Connecticut. No. He's thinking of putting one in there though for solar. I can never find the pictures when I'm looking for them. Oh, here's one. Well, that's a big picture. We got to do one with a wide view. Yeah, look at this monster. That's in my garage collecting dust. That thing is heavy. It's 2 pieces. I had to level out the ground right there so it worked properly. That thing is like a cannon. And there's the Sony on the other one. This was years ago. I mean, the whole place looks different. So yeah, that's the Canon. It's not just... What's up, KJ? It's not just... Mark's streams from the west. He has his telescopes out west. He's talking about putting one back in Connecticut. You know who used to do a great stream? P&K Space Imaging with the moon. Oh my God, they were great. Exactly, Isaac. Exactly. P&K. Keith, I gotta call his ass. He owes me I paid for it. He owes me a big sub amp. Oh, you got a 10-inch stop? Hold on. I'm gonna call his ass. I don't want to drive all the way to PA to get it. He lives in Amish country. He's working. He's a work maniac. He's not gonna pick up. He never picks up. Please leave your message for...
Please leave your message for...
Yo, what the hell is going on? I haven't talked to you or seen you in freaking years. Give me a call, because I got to figure out how I can get that woofer from you. Or you come visit. Maybe you come for Christmas or New Year's or even Thanksgiving. Give me a call. It's been too long. All right, dude. We were talking about P&K space imaging, so it made me call you, think of you. All right, give me a call later. Now, Mark, it doesn't even make sense to call him because his telescopes are out west. Poo poo pee pee, yes. Poo poo pee pee. Remember that? Oh, saying 2 o'clock for Besant? What's up, Marco? It's because Keith used to do the technical stuff and the telescope was in Florida with Paul. And Paul just got too crazy busy in life. And that's why that was that. What happened with that. So Mark doesn't have anything in Connecticut. His telescope, nothing. It's all out west. And this is not a eclipse for the people out west. It's for the people on the East Coast. So it doesn't make sense. Oh, here we go. Here comes the rhetoric shit from Iran. Iran has dismissed the sanctions as a sign of American desperation and economic terrorism, so they're trying to get ahead of it before it's announced. Responding with both aggressive deterrence and signs of internal political fracturing, because that's definitely going on inside Iran. They're saying it here, but it's worse over there. The head of Iran's Supreme National Security Council warned that if the economic war continues, Tehran will enforce a total blockade. He vowed that not even a single drop of oil will leave the region from the Persian Gulf side of the strait. Good luck with that. Tehran explicitly warned Gulf Arab states that hosting U.S. military bases, cooperating with them, sanctions will make them direct military targets. So they're saying a lot of the typical bullshit that they always do. Typical rhetoric nonsense. So I pay no mind to it. Like the saying goes. Later, Chantal. Or is it Isaac? Gonna see you later. I'll be on the lookout to see if you go live tonight. Test the run. Yes. I'll probably be on tonight just to test it. The camera. See how it looks. I'm a little worried. We'll see. I know, right? I need a bigger mug. At least I finished that model up there this weekend. I'm happy with that. Now I just got to get the adapter at the post office tomorrow and hook it all up. There's no more room up there. That's done. And again, this is a few pictures from me doing the model this weekend. That's the decals. Decals suck. Because if you mess it up, you're toast. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. Look at that. That's a lot of decals. And you'll never see them. Because from the angle, you'll never see it. That's when it was lit up. Testing. Testing. This is a test. Look at that. You see how it's not blue here? Why do you think it's not blue there? On both sides. Anybody want to guess? It's a common sense guess. That shit looks official. Look at the orange. So I have lights of all colors. That's official. Oh, but that was the problem. Running the wire through here. So much so I had to put caulk, white caulk, and smooth it out with a brush to fill in the crack in here so you couldn't see it. These pictures are not going to show it, but it's work. There's no doubt about it. It's work. Just to fill in the gaps on the model before you do anything. I fill it, like I said, with white caulk. And I fill it and then I brush it off, clean it. It's fun. Model making is fun, but it's tedious. And you got to have patience. Even like putting a decal this long, when you're sliding it off the piece of paper, if you slide it wrong, it'll break. It could break into pieces. Or what I do is I take a little paintbrush and I wet the surface of the model first. But not too much, because then it'll bubble. And then I slide this off the paper slowly and push it off the paper and put it on so it turns like that. You could see the precision of doing the decals. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. But it's done. What? My ex would have tried to bedazzle the Enterprise? So it's a challenge, it's patience, but it's awesome. I don't think I have any more slots. I don't have any more slots. I have to wait till, so I have to hook this up to an adapter. Alexa, turn on living room light. I hate it.
Got it.
See that? That's where you put the outputs to models. This is the input for the adapter. The adapter comes tomorrow. Alexa, shut living room light.
Okay.
Then I can wire it like all the others. It's fun. Now I'm thinking of getting one more shelf behind me, like back there, 3 feet, and getting a big ass Star Trek model. I mean, everything else is Star Trek. I was thinking of the Battlestar Galactica, not Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. No, bullshit. Space 1999. Not the Eagle, the other one. But there's not much to it. It doesn't have, like, I could put a lot. I could build it to make it look all lit up. I could make up my own design. But there's nothing to it. It's not like that model doesn't have much, like, to it. I'm not doing another Death Star. I will never do another Death Star. That Death Star was hard. Absolutely not. I mean, they've got, and believe it or not, see, if it's not Lego, I can't drill into Lego. But imagine, let me look at this. It's 175 pieces. What the fuck is this? This would be cool, but it's, I don't know what kind of model. This would be fucking cool. But the material would not work. No. It's 1,065 pieces. Aerospace STEM model toy. Nah. So they have the Hawk. And it's also about the scale size of a model. But see, like, this is not the one I want. But it's cool looking. But it's not the traditional. It's not the traditional model from Space 1999. That one. But I could make that look wicked lit up. That is different. But it's not that long. It's only 15 inches long. That's garbage. Small. I need a big one. They're small and they're expensive. But I would go for something like that. Something I don't have. For a 22-inch of the original Eagle from Space 1999, it's $125. That's crazy. It's 2 feet long. It's this big. That's crazy. That's nuts. For that model, it's not worth it. 165. See, I would love this, but it's small. It's only 12 inches. I would love this. Star Blazers. The Yamato. It's only 12 inches though. That's garbage. It's too small. So it's about scale. I would love to do that though, but it's too small. So that's where problems come in. And I'm not doing any more Star Wars. I mean Star Trek, because I just have too much. See, now I could do something like this. What's the height of this? Oh my God, it's only 7 inches high. There's one other thing I could do. And it would look cool. What's the height? See more product details. Measurements. 19 inches high. See, now this is acceptable, but it's only one of 3 models I would build. That's a metal. $60. It would only be one of many. But it's not a model. So it's out. It's out. I got to do model kit. This is what I'm thinking of doing next, behind me on a shelf. "28 inches tall. Level 4 advanced, but that's not a problem for me. This is, I'm putting this on the list. So, this will give you an idea where I'm going. It'll be 3 rockets. Artemis, then I would do SpaceX with the Starship on top. I would do a whole bunch of rocket displays, and I'll light it up as much as I possibly could. There's not much you could do. What I might do is, and I have them, I have a box of them, spotlights, and put the lights on the rockets. This could be interesting to do. Something like this, and put a bunch of the rockets behind me. I'm actually adding this to the cart. It's 28 inches tall. All right, that's added to the cart. But then we need SpaceX. SpaceX is expensive. I mean, I could even do a shuttle for historical. Wow, that's really small. Can't be metal. So this is where things get dicey. They're so small. And they're a ripoff, to be honest. They are a ripoff. The SpaceX prices are a ripoff. This one's only 14 inches and it's $70. If I'm only going to put lights on it, I don't like the 3D metal. Wow. $200. They're crazy. I'm live in the living room. Let me check this SpaceX. What's the height? 12 inches. Garbage. $102. It's building blocks, no good. Yeah, SpaceX is a rip. Sorry to say it, but it's just a fact. Rip. Rip off. It would be challenging to do something like this, though. This is $110 with blocks. But that looks freaking wicked. That looks wicked. So I would put spotlights on it. Like these lights I have over here. I have a bunch of them. But that's $110. And it's how high? It's only 17 inches. That's nothing. It's not acceptable. Again, everything's about scale. So I'm going to have to do more homework on that. I want the Starship. Matter of fact, Spaceman, let me put Starship. Oh my god, I gotta get off in 5 minutes. 400 scale. It's terrible. They're all 400 scale. Okay, this one has 200. See more product details, measurements. Fucking horrible. Starship's gonna be tough. I'm surprised they don't have more. $102. That's the one I've seen already. God, this is 9 inches. That's so small. This is going to be tough. The Starship is going to be tough. And anything that is reasonable size is over 100. That's unfortunate. So I'm not going to rush to it. I'm going to have to research on a model site, Hobby Lobby or something. I'm not even going to bother doing this right now. Fringe, have a great one. Hope you had a great weekend too. My volume's pretty good. I could bring the mic closer. Maybe like that. Then it becomes hard for me to see all my monitors. And what's up, Mr. LDS? Who Genghis asked about, who was it? Yeah, I finished the model. It's already up there. It's not lit, but it's done. Came out beautiful. I'll show a couple of pictures before I go again. So this is it, kind of lit up when I was testing. Like that, like this. So that is done. It's done. And then I did the decals. So it's done. But now I'm done. That was the model. That's from the back. The decals take a lot of time. They take a lot of time. See? It takes time to do all this. This is underneath. So yeah, there you go. So now I'm thinking, not for now. The model making is not for now. Because I'm done up there. This is done. Now I'm probably gonna... The only one I watch is Strange New Worlds. And I'm waiting for them to release more episodes so I could binge watch. Because next year is the last season. I like Strange New Worlds. I'd never liked Discovery. I thought Picard, it was great, nostalgic in what it was, but it's a little too late that they did that. That would have been good if they did Picard sooner. But Strange New Worlds, and I don't know what the direction of Star Trek is going to be, because they're talking about a new movie, all new actors. I would have loved to have seen the Quentin Tarantino R version that he was planning to do, but never went into any production. That's the problem, Marco. Picard looks so old. That's what I'm saying. It should have been done sooner. That's exactly my point. It was too late. They waited. And I don't know about that Starfleet Academy shit. I didn't watch that. Yeah. I will say, like I said, I hope. I'm not gonna talk about Strange New Worlds. If you're not a Trekkie fan, but I actually like. Some of it is ridiculous on Strange New Worlds. Some of these storylines that go on each episode, they're just ridiculous. But I always loved that whole thing with and it's kind of weird because they're reestablishing the relationship between Spock and Kirk and Scotty, Uhura. Like, you could see what they're doing on Strange New Worlds. Especially when it comes to Pike. And how Kirk takes control and captain based on what happens to Pike. Based on the original series. So I'm going to be very curious to see how they end Strange New Worlds, and would they consider doing a spin-off with the Enterprise with the actors that are portraying those characters in the current one now. See, the problem with Star Trek is they regurgitate the same shit, canon. It's like, how many actors are you going to have portray Kirk, Spock, Uhura, Scotty, Chekhov, etc.? Bones. They need to take Star Trek to a whole different level. That's what was great about Next Generation. And I never liked Deep Space Nine. Never. I found that fucking extremely boring. A lot of people loved it. But Voyager, I freaking loved Voyager. I did. I liked Voyager. The Enterprise series with Scott Bakula, I never liked. Again, where did they go with the Trek universe moving forward? They need to come up with something original. They need to come up with something original. My audio should be fine. I don't see any glitches going on. Yes, Genghis, the timelines. You hated Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Janeway. I hated these men. Voyager and Janeway was my favorite captain. That was excellent with Q. The whole thing. That was well done. Janeway. I thought it was really good. But nothing, I think Next Generation was fucking amazing.
Billy,
Yes, I'm live and I gotta get off in a second. What?
who did all that to my room?
I did.
What?
Cleaned the room?
Huh?
I cleaned your room. What are you talking about?
You didn't clean my room. You just opened everything up.
I put all your clothing away in the closets. What are you talking about?
Well, what is... I mean, really, what did you do to my room?
We'll talk about this in a minute. I don't understand what you're saying.
Wait. I went over here and I said, what
I redid her whole room.
is this room?
All right, close the door. Let me close the door. Don't touch everything. I'm redoing all the rooms. are you talking about? What room? Oh yeah, leave it. I'm getting air in the house. Leave that alone for now. But I redid the whole room. I cleaned it. Leave everything alone. No, I'm cleaning. She's bugging out because I have all the windows open. I vacuumed, steam vac. I'm letting the room breathe out. I just cleaned the master bedroom. She's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing in the room?" And now I know what she's talking about. There's good episodes scattered throughout the Trek universe. Like I said though, where do they go from here? With Star Trek, they have to come up with something new. In my opinion, they have to come up with something, a new concept. See, Voyager was great because Voyager went beyond like uncharted territory and tried to get back home. That was a good concept. You know, but now we're Star Trek Next Generation. Strange New Worlds. We're going back in time before Kirk established himself with Spock and the crew on the Enterprise. So that's cool. It's like a prequel, building up to, like, I can't say current, but to that situation. But the thing is, how do they move toward the future? That's the thing. See, like Battlestar Galactica, I always loved the original. I wasn't too much on when they did it again. It didn't have that same feel as a kid to the Cylons and that whole thing going on. It just didn't feel the same. It just didn't do it for me. I'm not even going to repeat that. I mean, they even tried to do the alternate universe kind of thing with Discovery, I think it was. You know what I mean? The creativity part is the problem for me. You like Next Generations. What do you do next generation? Like, what do you do about setting it to the future? I mean, you could do it where it's post-apocalyptic. A disaster happened on Earth, and Earth no longer exists. The Federation is gone. And there's just it's almost like Star Wars. There's only a few ships left of the Federation. And maybe they're trying to reestablish a new planet as the new home for the Federation, and bring up totally different adversaries. Because the Borg was big. That was a big introduction. That made a big difference in the spin-offs of Star Trek. The Borg. That 7 of 9, the whole thing. That was fucking awesome. So they need to come up with something else. That, whatever it is, that's the Borg. Machine takeover. That's the Borg. It's been done. But, like, there's gotta be, because Star Trek is built on the storylines, and I gotta get off. I got a meeting. It's built on the storylines. It's always been the storylines. It's never been so much about the action. It's always been storyline driven. But maybe they in these times when people have short attention spans to things, you might want to put more action into the series. But like even this, Star Trek, but more, because it was talked about in a movie, the military side of Star Trek. A lot of people may not like that. Because these were science vessels. They have to come up with a new concept. because it's getting old, and in order to get the younger demographic, you're gonna have to make it more action driven, because they're not into the storylines. They have a short attention. You have to get their attention fast, otherwise they're not. That's what I'm saying. Do a post-apocalyptic Earth. That's what I just mentioned, where the Earth is no more, and the Federation doesn't exist. It's all fractured all throughout the universe. But that almost sounds like Star Wars. So again, it's a fine line as far as the creators and the people who come up with the concepts. They need a little help. That's what I'm saying. They need help. But says Star Trek means Star Wars. Two totally different things. Again, I don't know where they're gonna go. Now remember, they are making a new Trek movie. Are they gonna start it all over again? Again? A new Kirk, a new Spock, the whole crew? Are we gonna regurgitate it again? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta bail. I got things to do. So, tonight, maybe, depending on the weather, I'm gonna do a test for the stream for the moon. See if I can get it all set up for Thursday night, if it's weather permitting, cooperates. Because hopefully it'll be nice enough where I can do this coverage of the eclipse, lunar eclipse, on Thursday night, early Friday morning. So I want to test the equipment tonight, see if I can get it to look right, because it's supposed to be clear tonight. We'll see. Anyway, to all of you watching, Ghost, CB, all up in you, Genghis, all of you in there, have a great rest of your afternoon, morning, night, whatever it is. And I'll probably be back later on tonight. You guys are too much in chat. Things that I can't even say. You're supposed to get rain in Louisiana? All right, you